It's the flight of your life, Captain Skyhawk for your Nintendo. The only air combat game with a spy satellite view of the action. More weapons, more missions over more terrain than any other flying ace. Captain Skyhawk for your Nintendo.
Hey, what is going on, everyone? Jason the Overwhelmed Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are doing another Worth It video, and we're looking at Captain Skyhawk for the NES. I got this game in one of my retro subscription boxes that I receive, and at first glance, I was kind of like, just another NES shooter, whatever. But I don't know, after I first checked it out, I was actually a little surprised and wanted to talk about it. Before we start though, if you're into retro and homebrew gaming news, reviews, all that kind of fun stuff, please consider liking and subscribing, all the fun YouTube stuff. I see good YouTube channels do it all the time, so I don't know, consider it, maybe, whatever. Nobody cares, whatever. Let's talk some Captain Skyhawk. The game throws you straight into the action with an isometric, kind of top-down perspective. It almost gave me Zaxxon vibes, which, let me tell you, kind of caught me off guard in the best way. I absolutely loved Zaxxon back in the day. But you fly through these beautifully crafted environments, and you're blasting enemies, dodging incoming fire. It's pretty intense, but it's not too overwhelming. I had this moment right around like the second wave of enemies where it kind of clicked in my head that this isn't just a simple shooter. Captain Skyhawk is strategic. You can't just spam the fire button and hope for the best. You need to plan out your moves and line up your shots and really watch your back. I want to talk about the controls too. Honestly, when I first started playing it, I figured it wasn't going to be that great, but the controls are really very good. The plane is super responsive and the turning feels really smooth and it just flows really nice. I'll admit I did crash a few times getting a hold of the controls or trying to figure them out. But once you do, it's pretty seamless and really fun to zip through these levels. The levels switch up on you as well. You change from that isometric perspective to where you're just flying around in like a dogfight. So you're seeing the back of your plane and you can move your cursor around to take out enemies. So it's a nice change between the levels. Level 2 kind of cranks up the intensity a little too, because suddenly you're dropping supplies and taking on objectives beyond just blowing things up, which is really, really cool. This gave the game a refreshing sense of variety. It's not just a shooter, it's a tactical mission simulator in a sense, and I wasn't just a pilot, I was kind of like Earth's last hope. Let's pause for a second too to appreciate some of the little details. The sound effects are pretty satisfying. The music, it's got that classic NES energy that pumps you up for the battle, and the graphics for 1990, the game's environments and enemies, they look really great. The isometric view makes it unique, dare I say, almost ahead of its time. By the time I got to the third level, the game really did have its hooks in me. The challenge was ramping up, the enemies were getting smarter, and I found myself strategizing even more. It wasn't just about staying alive, it was about mastering the game. Every time I took down an enemy base or dodged a barrage of fire, I felt this like rush of accomplishment. I'll be honest, I came into this game expecting to play for like a half hour, make some notes, and move on. But when I hit that boss at level 1, I really wanted more. I'm not done with this game. I really do want to see how it ends. So is Captain Skyhawk worth it? I say absolutely. If you're into fast-paced action, strategic gameplay, and a healthy dose of nostalgia, you owe it to yourself, I think, to give this one a shot, whether you're a flying fan or not. I'll be back to it. I'm definitely going to give it a playthrough and see the mission all the way to the end. Let me know in the comments if you've played Captain Skyhawk. Did it surprise you like it did me? I'd really like to know. And if you like what we're doing here and you want to see more retro goodness, I try and post about 2 videos a week. So subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Anyway, Until next time, I'm Jason the Overwhelmed Gamer, and I'll see you in the next video. Late.